everyone, if you want to learn how to create this look over here, please keep watching till the very end. Lots of tips for you throughout the whole video. Watch till the end. Hi everyone, welcome to Free of Been Selling, and today we're going to talk about rhinestoning. I'm going to rhinestone this baby over here, and this is a leotard that I am going to prepare for our upcoming sale, and just going to do a little bit of rhinestoning on this applique piece that I did here on the leotard. It's a beautiful long sleeve leotard, half sleeve I would call leotard, and I've already sewn on the applique piece over here. Now I'm going to show you how I'm actually going to rhinestone it and how I'm going to design it, so follow along and let me know if you have any questions down in the comments below if you're unsure about why I'm doing that and stuff like that, okay? But more importantly, I want to support you in your sewing journey, so let's get started. Let's go! Okay, so for this leotard over here, I used a single heavy duty today to actually sew on the appliques, and before that I've pinned it and stuff. So yeah, now that these are all sewn on, and the main thing is how I teach them in my sewing courses online and in studio is that whatever that you decide to sew on, it will still maintain the stretch of the costume such that it doesn't restrict it, because remember, we are all using spandex, or some people call it lycra here, okay? So we want to make sure that whatever that we do and whatever embellishments and stuff, it's gonna still remain stretched there, okay? So if you're not sure what I'm talking about, let me know in comments. More than happy to explain. But today I'm going to talk about rhinestoning, because I do want to finish stoning this baby over here, but I'm not going to go all out for this because I kind of like how classic and clean this is looking. So I am going to use the AB rhinestones over here. Yay! Nice! So this is in the size SS20. Okay, you can see AB means that there are quite a few different colors in the stone as we move it. So there's red, pink, green, blue, yellow, orange, blah blah blah. AB rhinestones are very beautiful, and I love it in catching the colors, and especially so when we have two different color tones going on over here. So AB rhinestones to me brings it out a little bit more, yeah? So if you're not sure about how to choose the colors of the stones, I do talk about them in our online courses, so you can go check them out as well. But in any case, today I'm going to use the size SS20, and the other things that you're going to need is you're going to need a rhinestone glue. So I use our B7000 rhinestone glue today. And also you need a wax tip. So this is our wax tip. I did cut our wax tip into half, and this has been used for quite some time, so you can see how gunky it is, but essentially this is what I'm going to use. And I need a paper plate, because this is where usually I just put the glue on and the wax tip on while I, make sure that the glue doesn't go everywhere, okay? So let's talk about the applique over here. How I've actually added the appliques on is that all of these appliques were actually cut and fitted, and I pinned it on to the mannequin to make it really fit and stay, okay? And then I went to the sewing machine to actually sew them on. Now the main thing is over here, you could leave it like that. I think it's actually pretty nice. If you want to go around the whole way, that could work as well, but I decided to do it just on one side, just to bring this out a little bit more, and then stone it just to sparkle on that one side. So that's what I like, and that's gonna be my design for this one over here. Let's take a closer look at the appliques. Okay, so you can see here that the appliques are actually looking really beautiful. The main thing is, the reason why you see there are some bulges going on here is to make sure that this maintains the stretch of the costume so that it doesn't affect when the dancer is wearing it, okay? So this is a very, very, very important aspect if you're doing a dance costume, because you make sure that whatever there is that you add on, you want to make sure that it still maintains the stretch, okay? So that's why you have the little bit bulge, but I kind of like that because it looks like as if it's a 3D effect, because these appliques are actually 2D appliques, but with this going on, it looks like as if it's 3D. So I love it. Let's talk about like rhinestone placements and where I would actually put the stones. Now, understanding the appliques is very, very important. So when you actually look at the appliques here, what exactly do you see? I see the curls going on. I see this big N here. I see an N here, an N here, N here, N here, N here. Okay, that's one thing. Second thing is I do see the long stems. All right. Third thing is I have joints. Right? This is where all the joints are. Can you see the joints? The joints, right? These are the joints. Fourth thing is you also have the in-between. So you have all the empty spaces in between of the appliques, right? So when you actually think of rhinestoning, you think about where and what kind of a message you want to put across. Now, if I want to make it really bold, I would rhinestone the whole applique with rhinestones just to bring it completely out. Right, so this becomes a very, very loud piece, but because this particular leotard is more muted, that's not something that I want to do. Now, if I want to actually do it at the end, I could as well. But for this particular leotard, what I want to do is I actually want to go into the joints, okay, where the joints are. So for instance, there is one applique going on over here. I joined another piece over here. So this is where I'm going to add one, right? So this is where I'm going to add one. This is where I'm going to add another one. This is where I'm going to add another one. This is where I'm going to add. I'm going to add one here, you know, so and stuff like that. So I kind of put it in place, and then once I'm done with that, then I go in to actually see where I want to add more. I probably would scatter a couple, you know, around and perhaps in between just to bring it all together. But other than that, I'm not going to do way too much because I still want to keep this like very simple, very classic, very elegant as well. When you think about rhinestoning a piece, you think about the message that you're trying to put across as well. Do you want it to be really bold? Do you want it to be a little bit more subtle? You know, the colors of the rhinestones makes a lot of a difference as well. I mean, I don't actually have to use AV or crystal colors to actually rhinestone here. I could use a lot of different colors. I could even use pink. I could even use, you know, yellow and whatever. But essentially, the message to be put across has to be very clear from you as a designer, okay? Whether you're doing this for yourself or your friends or whatever, the message has to come very clear from you as a designer what exactly you want to put across, okay? Enough talking, let's get into action. Focus on this piece going on over here, okay? See how the appliques are draping over the sleeves. I love that. What you want to first take is you want to get your rhinestone glue, and you want to make sure that you choose a rhinestone glue that has a sharp tip. Okay, can you see the sharp tip? So this is exactly what you want to get because it's going to be a lot easier for you to stone them. Now this glue is a little bit more aged. I've used it for quite some time, so the glue is not as flowy, I would say, so it makes it a lot easier to control, and that's a very good thing about it. When I start to rhinestone a piece, I think the main thing that I want to go for is I don't usually start from the edges. I kind of usually start from where the middle is so that I can see how it goes, and you know, if anything goes wrong, touch wood, okay, it's still at the top in the middle, so it's not as obvious as if it were to be at the edges of the appliques and stuff like that, okay? So that's one thing I want to do. So I'm just grabbing the rhinestone glue over here, and I am going to pop one piece over here. So again, I am doing it at the joining pieces, okay? So I'm not doing it at the ends here, I'm doing it at the joining pieces first, and then I'm gonna see how from there. Alright, let's go. So you see how I'm using the rhinestone glue and I'm pulling all the threads away. So that's one thing I want to do. And yeah, I'm going to take my time to see where I actually want to do the stoning. You want to make sure that you take your time with this so that everything is good and in place. So yeah, just have fun with this. I think this is a very nice way to bling up a costume. Yeah, if you're doing it for your business as well, I'm more than happy to support you. Because here at Free Movement, I'm supporting everyone. So I'm going around random places and putting some spots, and I'm gonna come in after that to fill in with more. That's usually how I like to do it. There's really no right and wrong. You can see that I've actually added some spots over here, okay, on the applique. I'm gonna use our wax tip over here. I'm gonna grab our little plate of AB stones, picking up the rhinestones from the right side up, okay. Let me sharpen the wax tip a little, picking up the rhinestones, and I'm just gonna pop them in, making sure that the glue is holding it all in place. So you see, I'm just very gently picking up the rhinestones with the right side up, and then I'm popping it back down. I'm gently pressing it. I don't want to press it too tight first. Okay, and then I'm gonna go on from there. Okay, you can see how the look is actually slowly coming out together. And I'm going to continue. So I have stoned some parts of it over here, and I'm just going to continue. I'm going to continue with the back first before I go into the front. I use the paper plate and I kind of do this to to remove the excess, and then I carry on. So now where I'm actually putting the glue spots is I'm actually trying to put them at the high points, okay? So where the high points are where the parts where I think that when the light hits, it will actually bring up the costume a lot more. So those are what we call the high points. So I'm actually stoning where the high points are already, okay? So once I've done that, I'm gonna go on to stone a little bit on the costume just to, you know, bring it out a little bit, but not too much. I'm just gonna do some random spots just to finish the look a little bit more. One over here, make it look sharper. That's one over here, finish that look. That's one inside here because that gap's really big. One over here, make it look finished. Yeah, probably do the rest later. And yeah, now I'm gonna stone and continue to stone. So again, if it's your first time rhinestoning, just take your time with this, and I promise you it will be very, very rewarding once it's done. That's done. You can see I've just done a little bit of spots here and there. So I'm gonna move on to the front. Let's see how the front looks in a bit. I'm also starting to put them at the high points already, where I know when the light hits, it's gonna bring it in together. So those are what I call high points, but I'm still doing the stones at the joining areas. So you can see this glue is actually really easy to control because the flow is very slow. So if you want that to happen, you can just let the glue age a little bit more. Gonna clean up the glue a little bit, and I'm going to start to do the in-betweens, and I'm done with that. I am going to sew now. Okay, now that we're done with this, let's have a look. So from far, I think this actually does bring out the applique. I do think there are some places that are a little bit missing in stones, like here. Okay, I'll probably add one more here, another one here. Probably do one more here, another one here, just to bring out the costume a little bit more, you know, like the high points to really make that much of a difference. And I'm going to show you right now how I do that. So I'm going to add one over here because I feel like it's a little bit plain over there, and I do want to do one over here. Now usually when it's the front, I try to bring it out a little bit more, so putting more stones is fine to me. Like, I don't have any issues with more stones. Okay, let's stone these first and see how it goes. So let me show you up close how this looks. This is the final look. You can see the stones, the AB stones doing the thing. See the sleeves looking great. It's the back, the sleeves, the shoulders. you've enjoyed creating this leotard as much as I do, and creating this beautiful applique over here with the rhinestoning. And so yeah, if you have any questions, again, drop it down in the comments below. But if you really like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, because we have new videos for you every single week. And of course, I'm here to support you in your sewing journey, so if you have any questions at all, let me know down in the comments below or PM us on any platform really, and I will get back to you. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram as well, so that's at Free Movement Sewing. We are also on TikTok at Free Movement Sewing, and definitely more than happy to be here sewing with you, supporting you, whether this is for your own projects or whether you're doing this as a business. More than happy to support you. But yes, join the Free Movement Sewing family, and I'll see you again very soon. Till next time, bye! Can you see our Free Movement logo at the top?